Do you like pain? Pimps? Poop? Saints Row 2 came out in 2008, the same year that had Dead Space, Persona 4, and Deal or No Deal.
I'll take no deal.
Saints Row 2 is the quirky cousin of Grand Theft Auto. Their over-the-top nature garnered a small but still loyal fan base. Even in 2025, you will still see people singing the praise of this game. However, I think nostalgia is a hell of a drug.
But have you tried EDM?
I wanted to play this game in 2025 to see if this game still has it.
I hate you! I hate you! I hate you!
Forcing players to play side activities should be a crime. You have to earn respect points from side activities to unlock main missions.
I didn't come to this group makeout session to eat pizza, okay? Stop trying to get me to eat the pizza. What's in the pizza?
The constant forcing of doing side activities made me resent the game because I don't care about the side activities. The dread I felt having to drive to these activities was demoralizing because I know that I would have to spend another 10 to 15 minutes doing something that I don't like. I haven't showered in a week. Don't make me do chores. It was especially hard to drive because the side activities are a mile wide but an inch deep. There are 15 total and somehow they all got stale so fast. Call me a donut because my eyes were glazed over. It's like I clocked in at my job. Activities are shallow and they're only interesting like the first few times you do them. What you're doing in the first level is exactly what you'll be doing in the last level. I was practically begging the game to be more complex.
I'm a big boy. I can handle more. I play blueprints.
The only thing that changed is the higher score objective and the timeline. I can see that the developer wanted to create this fun and wacky world, but everything just felt so hollow. I was expecting this game to be a banger, but like it was shooting BB pellets instead. Kind of like the disappointing gunplay. They just get stun locked and then drop like a sack of potatoes. In a game where the objective is to murder all your enemies, it felt like not much attention was placed in the shooting. I wanted to fully immerse myself in the game, but the shooting was so forgettable. It reminded me that I was playing a game from 2008. Yes, there's a decent amount of guns, but that doesn't change the play style of the player. The guns can sometimes feel like airsoft weapons. It's like we're all LARPing as gangsters.
Is this cultural appropriation?
So now I'm questioning, if the guns are this bad, what else does the game have in store for me? The humor in this game is definitely a product of its time. There's a raunchy, almost jackass feel to it. If you've seen a Seth Rogen movie from the 2000s, you know what I mean.
Oh, come on. A stripper pole, some flat screens, maybe some nicer furniture.
You had me at stripper pole.
Hey.
The game will decide, we need a home base, so let's kill the homeless people living there.
I love community service.
For me in 2025, it just kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. Other gangs are the enemy, so I understand killing them, and the pedestrians are optional, so to have a mission dedicated to killing the mentally unwell just makes me feel unwell. But then I get to chainsaw protesters,
Yeah.
commit insurance fraud,
Yeah.
spray poop on buildings. The game can be a bit shocking, but I understand that that's the goal. This game feels like an edgy childhood best friend that you would get into trouble with.
At first it's jaywalking, but next thing you know, you're making love on top of a Chipotle.
Crime is a slippery slope. Don't do drugs and eat your vegetables. If you're a fan of South Park or Adult Swim shows, you might really enjoy the comedy in the gameplay. For me, it was very hit or miss, like an Adult Swim show. This might sound like nitpicking, but I need to know. Why pimps? Now, I'm not the comedy police.
Now I am.
Saints Row think pimps are funny.
But pero like, where's the joke?
Pimp beds, pimp table, and don't forget about the pimp chicken nuggets with a side of pimp fries. I don't understand why pimp is the epitome of luxury in this game. It honestly would have worked better if the options were like gangsta bed or gangsta TV. It really felt like they put the word pimp in there just for the vibes, you know, and didn't really mean anything by it. This character creator metaphorically. Unless? Making my own badass boss was a lot of fun. Being able to pick your outer and inner layer along with customizing its color was a beautiful bonus. Open shirt, closed shirt, tuck, untuck, tie, no tie.
I'm feeling like a B cup today.
You can really make the main character your own. Like, just look at all the different variations people have created over the years. I honestly just wanted to spend hours decorating my characters like one of those naughty Flash games on Newgrounds. Is my character a silver girl or a gold girl?
I'm a gold guy, but is she a gold girl?
I'm still shocked that there are 3 voice actors each for male and female.
All, unless you're me.
It's been way too long since I shot someone.
Just like old times.
This ain't Baldur's Gate 3 or Sims 4. This is Saint Row 2. You rarely see this level of customizability in games nowadays.
Why can't I change my underwear?
If there's one thing that the fans of this game got right, is that the character customization is top notch. While shooting might feel lackluster and side activities are mindless, I still did them because of the story. I feel like the goal of the developer was to make you feel like a badass.
Yeah, brother, let's drink a couple of brewskis and touch tips. Boys night! Woo!
Saints Row 2 story delivered that tenfold. You are a ruthless, cold-blooded killer. You are an 80s action movie hero running into traps head on cause f it, we'll ball. You are a proud owner of a Ninja Creamy. I was motivated to see the next cutscene so I can see how my character's gonna fight their way out this time. There's tension that feels fully realized, but also moments of levity that reminds us, we're here to have fun.
So you think I could take Gat?
Not on your life.
What about Pierce?
Probably not.
Veteran child?
Seeing as he's dead, I'm pretty sure you'd kick his ass.
You're an asshole.
The game will go from being a sitcom to an action movie at the drop of a 360 no-scope. The story kept me invested while everything in the game was pushing me away. However, the story wasn't without its flaws. A big glaring issue I had was that the game expects you to have already played the first game. Characters keep making references to the first game, which is really odd because the first game was a 360 exclusive. So PS3 and PC players are joining mid-season.
I don't think I'm supposed to be here.
A character you just met will be killed off, and it's a big emotional moment. But I don't know who they are. The problem lies in the lack of time spent with these characters. You are sad. For like a minute.
That's too bad, man. I liked him. What does that restaurant say?
I guess the writing is pretty good if my complaint was not having enough of it. I hate driving in open world games. Drive to the mission. Now drive to the mission area. Now drive my foot up your ass if you make me drive again. It feels like I'm commuting to work instead of playing a game. There's just so much downtime when you're traversing. So the best way to fill the silence is with the radio.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of the music from the catalog, so the radio was perfect for me to discover new songs. Too bad, every time I turn on the hip hop radio station, it's
I need a gangster. I need a gangster. I want a gangster. I want a gangster. I want a
if I hear the song one more time, I'll delete myself from this server. Like there are 12 songs, but why does this keep playing 7 out of 10 times? This just ruins the usability of the radio, and I just opted for Spotify or podcast instead.
Vanilla, give me a scoop. Chocolate, give me a scoop. Strawberry, give me a scoop.
I was just so frustrated that I couldn't enjoy the radio like in the GTA series. There's an MP3 option, but once again, I don't know these songs. How am I supposed to decide what song I'm gonna buy? Not having the MP3 player feeding my TikTok brain seemed to have further repercussions during my gameplay. I heard this game was buggy on PC, so I downloaded the Juice mod to fix the problems. I wanted to judge this game as fairly as possible. People love this game, and I don't want to judge it based on something that others didn't experience. Why would anyone play like this?
I've lost feelings in my toes.
What I didn't expect was the enemy NPC to be still broken. I would be in a shootout and it would be dead silent. Enemies would not detect that I'm in the area until I get really close to them or shoot them. This caused the game to be eerily silent a lot of the times. Ah, serene shootout. That's what I signed up for. This disappointed me because gunfights is the meat and potatoes of this game. It ruins the momentum of getting into fights. I thought it was because of the lack of background music, but GTA 4 doesn't have it as well. However, in that game, characters would be yelling and gunfire would fill out the empty world. Having all the other reviews looming over me, it felt like I was taking crazy pills. I was not having fun at all.
I've lost feelings in my legs.
After the success of the second game, Volition would go on a turbulent journey to create the third Saints Row game. However, fans online still look back at Saints Row 2 with the fondest memories. Fans missed when the cast was more believable, when the story was more grounded. People missed playing in the sandbox, but when I jumped in, all I got was sand up my ass. I was so excited to play what is known as the best Saints Row game to ever come out. However, what I played felt like dragging my knees through marshmallows. Like, it doesn't hurt, but why am I doing this? This was one of those games where I felt like I could have just watched the cutscenes online instead. But that's also hard to say because customizing your character and seeing them in the cutscene is amazing. It feels incredible to see the characters you dressed up as and voiced come to life and be a badass. To this day, the only thing that comes close to the vibe of Saints Row 2 is Grand Theft Auto 5. But that was 2013, and I looked like this back then. This zany open world crime game is still one of a kind. Should you play Saints Row 2 in 2025? You might be surprised, but my answer is yes. The game is $2 when it's on sale. You can't even get a McChicken for that price anymore. And modding the game is drag and drop. While the gameplay felt dated and archaic, the story was a fun romp. Romp? I'm a person who says romp? This game shows that when we look back on the things we did, we forget about the bad parts. We remember the joy we had in the moment. Even writing this script, I kept remembering the fun I had. But like a bad ex, I remembered.
I hate you! I hate you! I hate you!